Hey, it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're zooming in and focusing in on a very important topic of understanding when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, a malignant narcissist, a covert narcissist. And that is really to understand the experience or dynamics in the relationship, which is known as mind control, brainwashing, gaslighting, the distortion of your feelings, belief, ideas, and behaviors. Furthermore, to that progressively and gradually over times results in a lack of empowerment, a lack of freedom, a lack of feeling empowered and in control of your body, mind, and spirit. Things start to unravel very quickly when you are in a relationship with a individual who is seeking to use mind control over you. It's a big fancy term, but it's very important that you understand what is occurring in a relationship with a malignant narcissist or a covert narcissist. And namely, that is the idea that it is to assist and further their needs, and it is a way for them to disguise and make you feel that it is your volition, your control, your choice to go ahead and change your values, your beliefs, your behaviors, really to accommodate them, to fit their needs, to be able to ultimately cater to them, and furthermore gradually relinquish control over you, your needs, your values, your dreams, your priorities, that which you really want, which is real to you. It is very foreign to these types of people. The malignant narcissist does not connect to others in the same way that feeling, emotional, sentient people do. They essentially are devoid of that. So they have a lack of empathy. And really, to have love, you need to have empathy. You need to be able to respect and acknowledge and validate another's feelings. And you need to be able to do this without the presence of fear or feeling intimidated or feeling scared or feeling like, well, this person might, be right. This one might have one up on me. This individual might look better than me. They might be smarter. It might get them ahead a little bit more. So I'm afraid to validate their feelings. So I'm just going to withhold information, or I'm not going to call them back, or I'm not going to give them an email or text. It's all the, push and pull of the tools of manipulation, which you then see, the withholding of information, the scapegoating. This, furthermore changes your perception on yourself. So there's a number of different tools at work when it comes to mind control and emotional manipulation by these individuals. And namely, it's a predator-prey sort of relationship, and they're preying on your need to, for certainty and stability and balance and belonging in the relationship. So people oftentimes are very uncomfortable being at odds, especially if they're made to feel guilty or less than for having their own feelings, their own needs, the need to be supported, the need to be hugged, the need to be embraced, the need to be kissed, the need to be heard, the need to be smiled at. These are all normal emotional human needs, but the narcissist will basically make those individuals who they really, hover in and take on as targets or supply, they'll make them feel like these are insignificant, these don't matter, these are not important. And they'll get you to erode your choice. Basically, little by little, day by day, they will take their gains little by little, and then eventually the percentage in the relationship of them and the control, and then you with the control becomes very out of balance. It's 90%, 95% them, 5 to 10% you. And when one is undergoing the gaslighting or brainwashing, they're under the feeling that, they, in order to release the tension that they feel, this person might not love me, this person might not think I'm attractive, I might not be the jockeyed up for the number one person, in this person's text or phone book or pictures. I might not be this enough. I might not be rich enough, smart enough, available enough. All the other determinations that you make and assessments that you make in a split, second decision, which oftentimes erodes your rational thinking. And this is where the brainwashing, the mind control really begins to overwhelm, is when they throw people off of their rational, logical thinking. So that which is, logical would make sense. Basically, this is where they are exhausted. Someone is overwhelmed. They begin to be bullied around a little bit. Bullied by sex, as a viewer, a client had so aptly stated. And so they are preying on your need to be right or validated, or to be heard. And so whatever little chasm, whatever little nook, whatever cranny they can get in and then exploit you, basically you're going to pounce at them, you're going to lash out, or you're going to give in to reduce this tension. I'll show you who is best. I'll show you who's this, I'll show you who's that. Then you have, an intrinsic normal human need, basically, which is then exploited to show them up. So you begin, going over the top. You begin, exhausting yourself, doing things out of your schedule, making extra time for them, stopping doing the dishes, stopping eating, stopping sleeping, stopping paying your bills. Stop focusing on your work. Stop focusing on your family. Stop, holding things which you cherish, which you love. And then furthermore, you stop embracing the very good qualities about yourself. The fact that you are affectionate, the fact that you do want intimacy, the fact that you do want the real thing, that you are capable of a commitment. All these natural, lovable parts of yourself which make you special, which make you unique, which make you the unique character that you are, all that gets basically dissolved. And as if it doesn't matter, it's not present, it's not validated, and they will flip, basically you're upside down in the relationship. And then people are then under the mind control, where slowly their freedoms are taken away. Their ability for choice is taken away. Their feeling of clear, realistic assessment of a situation is taken away. The rational, logical mind is no longer functioning. People can't focus. They feel like they need this person. The feeling of need is the compulsion, is now a compulsion is then put in place because you're basically in an emotional hormonal cocktail which needs them to resolve the tension because of it's like an addiction that is set up. And the only, it's essentially really like withdrawal symptoms. You hear about withdrawal symptoms of heroin and, the other drugs or, things of this nature, and then, people have, or side effects from medication. It's very much, if you can look at it, the racing thoughts, the rumination, these are all side effects of having encountered this individual. And it's a very uncomfortable feeling that you must go through, but you must go through the detox situation when you've been through this. A lot of people are feeling a lot of guilt. They feel ashamed. They feel so disgusted. They feel a lack of dignity. How could this have happened to me? I didn't deserve this. I'm a good person. Well, here you go. All of your statements are very true. You are a good person. You are lovable. You are special. You are unique. You do have great things to bring to a relationship. You deserve to have all those things. You are just in the wrong place. You are in a relationship with a person who does not speak your emotional language. A narcissist or a psychopath, they don't have that same emotional repertoire. They don't have that need. They have the need to manipulate and control, and they have the need to basically win on this. And furthermore, their win means your loss, your destruction. Whatever it is, yes, it is deliberate. Yes, it is on purpose. Yes, it is sick. That is their disorder. That is how deeply disordered. And a lot of people think, I'm man enough, I'm woman enough to take this. Don't fool yourself. You don't need to show this person up. This is not a person. They might appear like a person, but you deep inside, this is not what is really the making of a person. They are devoid of empathy. They're devoid of that humanity. They're devoid of that compassion. They're devoid of that feeling. They're very cold, 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 cold. And they might put on a smile. They might, shimmy around. They might, do certain things that give you, the semblance of being a human or having these things. But they really are not. And oftentimes it's very difficult for people to grasp until they've been hurt, they end up, having to learn the lesson 2-3 times. But these individuals will not change. They do not learn. Again, the neural network and processing, they don't learn, because for people to learn, they need to say, I've experienced a pain and a need to change, and they don't experience this pain. They don't experience the need to change. They feel above this. They feel that this makes them unique, special. They like this aspect of themselves that they are lacking of empathy. They're lacking of conscience. They're lacking of a sense of right or wrong. They're not operating by this, and they think that this makes them superior. They think that this makes them, a higher breed, and they think to themselves, what can I do to string this person along? What can I do to get this and this? What can I do to get that and that? Whatever it's a companionship, a friend, someone to listen to them, someone to validate them, someone to give them money, food, shelter, sex, whatever it is, a letter opener. Whatever it is that they need, they will just be trying to get, and they will lie when they don't have to. They will use this mind control where they cause a distortion of your reality, making you feel less than, worse than, and operating in the relationship without a lack of empathy, but making you then feel as if it is your choice, your decision to violate yourself and reduce your own needs. Just even completely negate your own needs, deny that you have needs, and then eventually it'll become so painful that you need to get rid of the relationship, or you discover something about them that is very unsavory, and then you go, wow, this really is bad. But then even sometimes people who are really under the gaslighting and mind control will continue to stay with this person because they feel that their identity is so invested in this person, and they're so gaslighted, they're so brainwashed that they think that they're just belong with this person. They are that brainwashed. It's very much like a cult. If you've seen people who end up doing these crazy things, and I know that's a horrible, horrible situation, but you have to realize the strength of the violation with which these people will keep you entangled and ensnared and believing their lie, and they think that it's funny. They think that, look how stupid this person is that they went along with this. I took them for a ride. I was just playing them and they wanted to be played. Why else would they be staying with me so long? They will make all these excuses, statements, word salads, and it is something that you really need to extricate yourself from. Go no contact. Clean your hands of it 100%. Stop denying, doubting, making excuses. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I am too sensitive. You're staying under that guise with which they are basically keeping you always at a arm's length, so they can always come back to you and do X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, write, text, photograph, take on a vacation, take out for dinner, take out for drinks, take a walk, whatever it is that they are, trying to keep the door open for you. Shut the door. It's not going to give you your needs. If you look at the experience and what you have really gotten out of it, and you really are to write it down, and really, that's why I really advocate in the recovery journal, write it down. Have it looking at you objectively in your face, and your writing will be able to speak volumes when your mind control is still trying to take hold of you and have you distort your perception and keep you stuck and really sort of feeling hurt or controlled, or feeling like maybe there's something wrong with you that has really been set in place in the wheels of the motion of this malignant narcissist individual. It is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today, and I hope that these videos, that they do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.